Is America abandoning Europe? The Atlantic divide going from ocean to ocean? Imagine a world where the US and Europe are no longer allies. No NATO, no trade, no shared values. Sounds like fiction? Think again. From Trump's tariffs to Biden's snubs, America is drifting away, and Europe isn't chasing. Is this the end of the West? Let's expose the cracks. The divorce papers. How America and Europe fell out of love. Post-World War II bliss. Marshall Plan billions, NATO's birth, and the West as a global superpower. Shared enemies. USSR, terrorism, China, or so it seemed. The unspoken truth. Europe needed America. America tolerated Europe. The US-EU marriage was always a business deal. Now the money's drying up. America first bombshells. NATO funding shames, steel tariffs, Paris Accord exit. Europe's panic. Merkel. We can't rely on the US anymore. Legacy lingers. Biden kept 63% of Trump's tariffs. Ouch. Did Trump permanently break the Atlantic bond? Or just expose its rot? America's pivot to Asia. China obsession. 60% of U.S. naval forces now in the Pacific. AUKUS betrayal. Ditching France's $66 billion sub-deal for UK, Australia. Macron. This is a knife in the back. Chips war. U.S. blocks ASML tech to China. Europe loses $20 billion per year. Trade with China up 30%. Germany's carmakers, Italy's luxury brands addicted to Beijing. Hungary's Orban. The West is suicidal. China is the future. Strategic autonomy. EU's $300 billion defense fund to ditch US weapons. Europe's playing both sides, and America's done waiting. US oil boom. World's top producer, drilling as EU bans gas cars by 2035. Green subsidy fury. EU calls Biden's $369 billion IRA a death sentence for European industry. GDPR fines. Meta hit with $1.3 billion penalty, US. Tech colonizes us, cries Europeans. AI race. US, OpenAI, versus EU, strict regulations. Who'll rule the future? Ukraine fatigue. US spends $75 billion on war. EU's arms pledges lag. Migrant crisis. US blames EU for open borders. EU blames US for global chaos. Is the US-EU split about money, or something deeper? China's chess move, divide and conquer. She whispers to Europe, join our new world order. Belt and Road 2.0, ports in Greece, railways in Hungary, neutrality, bought cheap. Weaponizing energy. Sanctions failed. EU still buys Russian LNG via India. Propaganda win. See? The West is crumbling, trolls Kremlin media. BRICS lure. 40 nations lining up to join, tired of US-EU rules. Non-aligned 2.0. India, Saudi Arabia, Brazil play both sides. The US and EU now trade more with China than with each other. Biden's half-healed fixes. Ukraine unity. A temporary glue, but 2024 election looms. Trade truce. Mini deals on minerals, but no grand pact. Army of the EU. 5,000 troop rapid force by 2025. Too little, too late? Energy rebirth. North Sea wind farms, African hydrogen. But will it replace Russian gas? Trump factor. 2024 wildcard. Trump vows to end Ukraine aid, tax EU cars 20%, and quit NATO. Europe's nightmare. Preparing for America Alone 2.0. By 2030, the US and EU will be frenemies, allies in name, rivals in reality. If America and Europe split, who fills the void? China's autocracy? India's hustle? Or a new dark age of chaos? The Atlantic kept us safe for 80 years. Now, it's wider than ever. Is the US-EU divorce inevitable? Smash like if you think it's over. Share if you believe in reconciliation, and comment who's to blame, America, Europe, or both. Subscribe for more unfiltered geopolitics. The next crisis is always brewing.